David also wrote, I would have fainted unless I had believed to see the goodness of Yah in the land of the living. Hallelujah. So all that I am, all that I do in righteousness, how I pursue my salvation. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So praise Yah. We'll take this time. We have a beautiful brother. Everything was up. As Scripture say, the gates was closed. And when the gates is closed, like Nehemiah said, it's a wrap. When the gates is closed. But when we open the gates, we open the gates, and daughters of Israel come in. And so you decide to come in. For a brief moment, you decide what this little humble place is about. And what you can, because I believe that that's why you came by. I don't even think you believe you came by because the Almighty said, this pastor is saying, well, introduce yourself, say what you may want to say. You're fine.
Okay. This is, I won't say my say. This is Sister Bina. We moved to the first place I ever seen anything with Israel. And so I was going to stop by a few months ago, but so I figured it was a day to come in and join you, get to be around people. Seems like it's a wonderful feeling, you know. So we're happy to be here and willing to learn and understand, you know, how I might be at a loss of words, but you know, brought me to a place where like, well, something ain't right. Something I need to study. And I don't know if y'all know who Alpha Omega Clan is, AOC, Brother Hashar. Have you?
Brother Hashar, yes.
Yeah, and how he conducted himself in a manner I felt was appropriate, you know, and it kind of brought me to a place where I was just thinking like, this type of knowledge, and it's brought me here today. So, you know, I'm just happy to be here with you brothers, happy to be here with you sisters, and so any questions?
Hallelujah. Glad to have you, brother. Hallelujah.
Well, we praise, pop up like willows by the water course. We go to the book of Isaiah.
Where we at? Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah.
$44. Didn't know where I was going.
No, I was at Isaiah 40.
Verse 1.
Isaiah chapter 44, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yet now, hear y'all call, inform thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Yaakov, my servant,
And him that's thirsty.
and floods upon the dry ground.
And floods that's on dry ground. And you have a lot of people that's thirsty. My grammar correct. Their throat is getting even more parched because they're getting thirstier day by day. So they need, and they're searching for answers. So they're thirsty. And they're dry what?
Dry ground.
And we know. So the Creator says,
I will pour my spirit upon thy seed.
So what's this water that he's pouring out? Is it literal H2O? No, he said, I'll pour my spirit
upon thy seed.
Upon your seed that went into captivity. You know why a young man can be jogging, minding his own business, down what is told to him is a free street in a free country.
That's right.
Only to have two cars trailing and one pull off, two men get out and accost him with shotguns and pistols, and then his life is taken. We're thirsty to know what's going on with us why in Louisville. We're thirsty to know why you can see in these times whites, since we have to talk in that terminology, places of government where placard says that no guns, no weapons of any form is to be allowed. Unfortunately, I've had my share going down to the only seen men with AK-47s.
Yes, sir.
Armor war and civil unrest.
Yes, sir.
Storm the government building and nothing is done to them. While yet you can come out in that same city and see a person that simply because he don't have a mask on and he's standing too close to his brothers and sisters, these that are happening and the people want to know what's going on. Well, let's back this up a bit, this Isaiah, and go to the two ending verses of what should be your 43rd chapter. Reread this and let's start there.
Isaiah chapter 43, verse 27. Thy first father hath sinned, and thy teachers have transgressed against me.
Your first fathers. See, this doesn't just start with us.
All right.
This started way many moons ago has this fight of ours started. And that's why the Creator says our first fathers, we transgressed against the law. That's what we transgressed against. We walked away from our marriage.
Yes, sir.
See, we wasn't just dating.
All right, go ahead.
We wasn't engaged to the Most High. Creator said to the Most High.
Yeah.
And talk to somebody else.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
So she can't see. Because she's not mine. So there ain't no fault in that. But once I engage her to me, once I marry her, she's mine, and she's mine so healed. We went in every and we discovered a lover.
Oh, dude.
When we discovered him, we laid with him.
Oh,
not only did we lay with him, and so the Creator said, that's your great transgression. Still should have princes. Still should have serenes. Still should know our noble. In the street, we still should be bombarded with princes. But the Creator says as a result of it, we don't have thugs.
All right.
We have drug dealers.
Yes, sir.
We have common crooks.
Yes.
We have hood rats.
All right.
Hoodlums.
Yes.
Vandals.
Yes.
Berserkers.
Yes.
And all stable because they're children and think the world should be ran by their edict.
Yes, sir. Mercy.
Creator said, I have profaned
princes of the sanctuary.
The princes of the sanctuary. That's why further in Isaiah said, nobody recognized you.
All right.
That's why that wasn't talking about Christ. When he said the suffering servant, he talking about Israel. And that's why he said, nobody recognizes you because I profaned you.
All right.
Nobody know you king. I profaned you.
Hallelujah.
There's no crown of shame that you wear every day.
Yes, sir.
Kings know how to dress right,
All right.
not half naked. King know how to talk right.
That's right.
King know how to walk right.
Right.
King know how to act right. King know how to dignify everything around them.
Yeah.
Kings know how to build.
Hallelujah.
Kings know how to lead.
Yeah.
But my people profaned it. It ain't lost. I profaned it.
Hallelujah.
It ain't lost. It's there.
All right.
It's like the glass that's dirty. Glass, that don't mean the glass ain't there.
All right.
You just got to clean on the glass so you can see it.
Hallelujah. Go ahead, Moray.
So we just got to get the filth clean. And what?
And have given Yaakov to the curse.
And I gave them to the curse.
And Israel to riches.
And Israel has now become a reproach. That's why nobody wants you in their neighborhood. Brother Adam earlier said, is it jealousy that they do it like they do it, or is it hatred? No, it's hatred. It's hatred. Ain't no jealousy. Hatred. Man, jealous over that's why I'm gonna gun him down. Nah. It's hatred.
Yes.
That's why the Creator said you come into the land of your friends. No.
No. Said of your
And you'll have many buddies. No.
No.
I'm sending you to the land of your enemy. And there in the land of your be a reproach to them without, and you'll even be a reproach to each other.
Have mercy.
That's why we running around now and say, I can't stand that nigga.
All right.
Them Negroes don't know how to act.
All right.
And then it's a county, and the person that was talking to me said, well, you know, it was a nigga went up there. Why it can't be the white people that up there get mad at each other and they clash with and start some trouble in Brown County? No, we don't even think like that. We start our trouble in Wind Terrace, Avondale, Bond Hill. We ain't got everybody. Everybody hate us, and we even hate ourselves. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
Hope I ain't scared. So maybe we should have kept going today. But this is y'all's truth.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Hallelujah.
And I don't want nobody to be thirsty on my watch.
All right.
I want to say I filled up their cup.
Hallelujah.
And it flowed over. Now they might not like what they had to drink, but at least they had a full cup.
All right.
That's what I want to be able to say. Young Mike said, because of our great transgressions of our first fathers and what we do still today, he have profaned our princes of our sanctuary and given us to a curse and a reproach. That's why we find no ease, nowhere. And who is he talking about? He ain't talking about people called Christians, Muslims. Who he talking about? He talking about Israel. He talking about spiritual Israel. He talking about Israel, bloodline.
Hallelujah.
And Yaakov flows through me. And it flowed through my father. And it flowed through his father. And it flowed through his father. And it flowed through his father. From generation to generation.
Hallelujah.
I'm the son of a servant. Or a slave, as they call it. That got off the slave ships. That blood flows through me.
Yes, sir.
That's my lineage. I'm not somebody who was given a choice between Christianity and Islam, and we decided to go with Judaism, which is that's Judaism. That means that's something. There's a law, statutes, commandments, ordinances, testimonies. He gave us Torah, the whole law.
Hallelujah.
Spiritual for his people. You can get by no Torah of the fifth hand and all those crazy. Not hear all that. He gave us was right here, Torah.
Hallelujah.
Gave it to the people that's his people, the lineage of his people. He gave it to them. Hey, brother, they around you flapping your gun. What are you talking about? I know. Hold this. We coming back.
All right.
Psalms. Now y'all can guess where I'm going.
Psalms 94.
And
We're going to Psalm 1.
there you go.
Hallelujah. I ain't nowhere near that either.
Yes, I hear it say wrong, so I throw them all. Everything about you. Yes, all nations knew some things. He some things that's just universal. Like murder, that's universal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was given all. The universal, that was given all judgments. I'm gonna give them to you, house of Israel, that you might live by them, and that you may teach them to the other nations. Perfect judgment. See, in this one, he did. Now he walking around the rest of his life, and he like this. Have to come too. Now he like this.
We got to take it again.
What? Almighty said, if the then he what?
That's right. Restore.
And one can't restore what he taken. If he can't, let him work.
I'm starving.
But don't be chopping stuff all over and just taking you walk around with nubs. Don't do that. Don't do that. Perfect judgment. Huh? Islam, I don't mean to beat up on them, but Islam, they say, what? I want divorce. I divorced you. You did, yeah. Didn't he hear 3 times like, I divorce you, I divorce you. Laying in the bed, she talking about she divorced. And now they grant her a divorce, and they really do this. This is Islamic law. I divorce you, and he wake up the next morning, he divorced. Now, sometimes you might wish that she say I divorce you, and they can stand, but that's all. What about the judgments of Christianity? Huh? What about the judgments of Christianity? Because I know a lot of our people, they might not call it U.S., but they serving the same thing nevertheless. Y'all like that? Then put that in that book, brother. Let's go to the book. He didn't do away with it. He gave judgments. Go to the book of Matthew.
Where that be?
Book of Matthew.
I know that one. That's the first book. After that, I might be lost.
Matthew.
Mm-hmm.
You want chapter 5?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Boy, you got money now, you smoking. Let me take that back. You cook. Because he gave judgments.
Yes, sir.
Start 27 verse.
Hallelujah. Verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery.
Mm-hmm.
I say unto you that whosoever looketh on have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
See? Let's stop.
Stop right here.
Is that what he said?
That's what he said.
Because there is a you have to experience for two people to come together.
Yes, sir.
Now, what's most important is the spiritual and mental ability to come together, but Medusa. But to me, I see Queen whatever, because she's to
All right.
and being attracted to me, I'm like, hey, I would like to make that. I'm like, boy, yeah. Wrong. Be
Ravish.
huh? With the what? And so whatever, and I'm gonna work towards that.
Yeah.
Brother said, well, you get that woman. Hey, at the finish line, golden prize in your hands. That's called honeymoon. I'm gonna lay the smack down. Jesus. Yeah. This ain't a good judgment. This ain't good advice.
Not at all.
I'll say adultery. I agree with that. But what is adultery?
A woman, a man sleeping with a married woman sleeping around.
With a married woman. That's adultery. This leaves wiggle room to say, don't commit adultery. But I say, look at this again. I'm putting words in his mouth.
Right.
But I say unto you that whosoever, what do I mean?
Anybody?
I mean any man. Whosoever looketh on what?
A woman.
Say a married woman.
He said a woman.
A woman.
To
lust after her.
He have already committed adultery in his heart.
He just jumped up the law. And we can't say, well, brother, he meant this. Well, say what you mean then. It's clear for me to tell you, you meant for the Son of God to verbalize that.
To make it clear.
To make it clear.
This right here,
that I couldn't be able to go here and say, well, what does he mean? Huh? Well, let's see. Well, maybe Brother Aaron just don't know nothing.
Verse 29.
Let's go to verse 30.
Y'all. It says, and if thy right hand offend thee, cut it off.
Verse 31, I'm sorry.
Verse 31.
Let's look at this one.
Matthew 5, verse 31.
See if this is true.
It hath been said,
Mm-hmm.
whosoever shall put away his wife, let him writing of divorcement.
That's true. That's how it should happen. And if I give her a writing of divorce, I say, well, we how we know we gotta do this and do that to be married. But if I gave her to get divorced, I gave her something in writing, then don't you think we should have something written that's together?
All right.
So that the divorcement can annul what was written, saying that we was joined together in the first place.
Yes, sir.
I mean a piece of paper annulling what I had stating
Previous.
that this both sheets of paper saying that joined them, here's the one that separated them.
That's right.
Because we did, because that is law.
That is
that we
law.
give her a bill of divorcement, isn't it?
Divorce our wives, or if it's sexual, or they don't believe in, is that what it is?
You agree?
Yeah.
You already got a foot in the door, brother. Yes, sir.
But I say unto you, to put away his wife, saving for the cause of fornication, adultery, and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committeth adultery.
Now, Now,
There's
there's the part that messes all this up.
Right.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
What did he say again?
Whosoever
Mm-hmm.
shall put away cause of fornication to commit adultery,
He gonna cause her to commit adultery, and how?
and whosoever shall marry her that is divorced committed adultery.
That's a big lie.
Wow.
That's contrary to the Almighty law. The Almighty law says, man, put away his wife and give her a bill of divorcement. She can become, but here he just
So she can't never get married
Right.
again.
It's supposed to be lonely.
She only be married to one man and that's it. One and done.
huh?
You gotta choose wisely.
Huh?
One
Better go and get divorces tomorrow
Oh.
or Monday, or when the court system open back up. Man, Hollywood is full of them.
man.
These are not this whole chapter. I'm not even gonna go no further. This whole chapter is filled with bad judgments. Bad judgments.
Hallelujah.
That's why he said he has showed Israel. 147 again, Psalms.
Psalms 147.
Mm-hmm. Get back there.
Hallelujah.
Yes.
Psalms 147,
Mm-hmm.
verse 19. That you and his judgment unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation. And as far as his judgment,
They have not known him. Thank you. And they do not know him. And it's over there, 20th chapter. And that's what you just got a taste of what he's about to say right here in Ezekiel.
Ezekiel
Mm-hmm.
chapter 20.
Start at verse 19.
Hallelujah.
Now I'll start at verse 11.
Ezekiel chapter 20, verse 11. And show them my judgment, which
What do you say?
statutes
And what? And judgment. We can understand this. Statutes and what?
judgment
Judgments. That if a man what?
do them, he in them.
Statutes, and as I say again, it's statutes and judgments that maintain order.
Hallelujah.
The law, yes, the law, but to go with it is statutes and judgments. Judgment of a murderer. What happens to a murderer? I don't care how he look. I said, what happens to a murderer?
Get murdered.
He that murdered by his blood should be shed.
That's right.
He forfeit. That's the judgment. The judgment ain't he can murder because he white. He can go. Is that the murderer? His life is also forfeited. Boy,
Hallelujah.
you can bring justice and judgment.
Yes.
And I don't care if he a police officer
All right.
or a judge
All right.
or the president
Hallelujah.
or a boy on the street.
Yes, sir.
People to say, well, can I live by this? And you don't.
All right.
And you wonder if this country is gonna boil over. Yes, it is. Somebody is white or somebody is Mexican or somebody is African or somebody, but because in this world,
Yes, sir.
there is and spontaneously combust. But the Creator said, yet Yah said, what?
Which if a man do, he shall even live in them.
That's how you live.
Hallelujah.
On the foundation of justice and you live. On the foundation of justice and judgment. But that's too much right for the wicked. Because if they practice that, then America wouldn't even be America as you know it today. Because what was the judgment of a kidnapper? Yeah. Huh? So all them founding fathers, guess what you got to do with them? Huh? You got to put them to death. Huh? Them Jeffersons can't be revered. All of them revered. So she wouldn't have never been built how she built to this day. It was truly built on justice and judgment. But she was an equality and equity. But she was built on inequality. She was built on iniquity. She was built on transgression. And has established herself. But the scripture would be, is going to be her ruin.
Yes, sir.
Come on.
Moreover, also, in my Sabbath.
Because man, the Creator said, moreover, what?
I gave them my Sabbath to be a sign between me and them, that they might know that I am Yahweh that sanctify them.
And this is what he gave us. This is why it's a blessing. This is why it's a glory. Elevate us.
Hallelujah.
Huh?
Hallelujah.
Praise be Yah. I'm up every 1 o'clock. Like I wake up sometime and I look at myself. I say, fool, what you doing? You just laid down. But I'm up. And I'm up from the break of day to the going down of the sun. That's why I said my children, they, boy, he just like the sun. He got a setting time. And once he kick the shoes off, and you see him get comfy, it's only a matter of time. I'm watching that. They said, yeah, for about a couple more minutes you watch it. Looking at the cat, just wait it out, Jack. For a couple, but I bless it, the Almighty, that I had a full day. And I'm on now day early in the morning. And I give them brothers credit because they on earlier than I am. At daytime, they all in the West Coast. So at that time we get on the phone, it's 5:30 in the morning for them. Or what they call 5:30 in the morning. But get cooking. Once we get cooking, it's a beautiful problem myself. That's why I get here. Like I got a problem myself away. Huh? Then my brother might call Tom Moray. I said, yeah, brother. Well, let me tell you how to settle. I said, all right. But it's beautiful. Because the Almighty is my life, the length of my what?
Days.
And for all the great transgressions that I have served of him, I owe him. I owe him. It can't. It's a beautiful thing. And it's a beautiful thing if we live in his justice. This is a sign for the people that want to establish themselves in a relationship with the Creator.
Yes, sir.
It's a sign. And I'm so upset at a lot of my people. I'm very upset. Because a sign is not something that you have and you don't want to show it.
Right.
You make a sign to show it.
That's right.
Show it. And let me leave it at that. But it's a sign. And some of us start to understand that. Because so when we come out, that's a sign.
Hallelujah.
One time when they came by and started trying to teach, we don't come out on the Sabbath day. Do you think, how could these two beautiful sons and daughters be with us today, the sons and daughters of the Almighty, on a whim? Just stop, man. All right. I don't know that's how it comes.
That was it.
At home. Huh? Like any other day. It don't even it don't even pan out. And when you naturally walk, but they said what? They're gonna sign on top. Yeah. And they're gonna sign walking through the door. And look at them signs. Yeah. They got a lot of signs. Huh?
That's right.
And your might said it's a sign. That's what I gave it to them for. Between me and them, that they might know that what?
I am Yahweh. That's thankful. Oh. Yes, sir. Hallelujah. But
Yeah, see, y'all get because guess what? They didn't just start here. Apparently, they rebelled and they refused to use it as a sign even in the wilderness.
Yes, sir.
And we know they did.
Yes, sir.
Because that's why they found a man picking up sticks.
Yes, sir.
Ergo, you have to be outside to find it, didn't they?
Out there too.
When they out there too?
Yes, sir.
That's how they found it. They said, look, this cat ain't on the same page as we are. His judgment. Moses said, I don't know. I'm not the judge. I don't know what to do with him. Right. But we just have to put him up for a minute and find out what y'all want done with him. Right. And y'all said, my covenant, violating my most sacred day, because it is his. It ain't ours, it ain't mine. That's right. No teachers. This is y'all Sabbath. Hallelujah. He said, for violating such, I'll tell you, put him to death. Now, I for a minute said, geez, we study the law and get what and once they could understand the concept, the Almighty, that they knew the Almighty was talking about, it was just bigger. See, it's even because one little thing, it turns into big things. So sometimes you got the Almighty was standing. He said, "Those days," because even them that maybe we've had some campers, those Boy Scouts in here. Raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
And if not, if you ever had to depend on wood for some more fuel, nope. And once the fire go out, you got to go through the process of lighting it back up again. But you're supposed to do all that, letting it burn off, stuff burning off while you cooking your meat.
Right.
Huh? So you make sure that fire can still give you what you need to keep feeding that fire. Now I got to over again because that's what he's showing. A part of this. Why are we out on the Sabbath day when you got 6 days to collect all this wood? Have all this wood. Where the wood just sitting there, even if it wasn't on the Sabbath day, then you don't work like that. If this is your source of heat, you keep wood. That's why you driving the country. By this judgment on all levels. And it was done because of the fiat there, and it was done to stem the tide of disobedience. Because if he can gather sticks, then of course it's in the hearts and minds of other people to say what? Out there, gather sticks. Huh? Like my mother raised me and my brothers and sisters. And my one brother, he did something, and boy, she went into him. Although I didn't know if Chief was even gonna make it back out the room. Well, that one with me was like, hey, you suffer for all of us. took that one like a champ. Because justice, and that's what justice and if there was true justice and judgment, true justice and judgment, mercy. And we learn all this beautiful justice and judgment and statutes. We learn it explicitly on the what? Somebody says, that's time for you. That's time for you to make your living.
Yes, sir.
That's time for you to do the things you want to do. That's time for you to throw your parties. That's time for you to get your little entertainment in. That's time for you to relax yourself and find other things to do. That's time for you and your woman to ravish. That's time for you to do all. But the Sabbath, that's my time. Even for your beasts, that's my time. Fido and Fifi and all them, they chill. But that's it. When I had my shepherd, he fed, he went out, he came back in. All right, Chief, I'll see you when I get back. And he got used to it. He was like, hey. He got used to it. Then we had 6 days to do everything else we did. Praise said, acclimate yourself to this. The Sabbath, if we would only hold on to it, let me tell you something, y'all might good.
Yeah.
We could have laid effect using the Sabbath day alone. We could make the impact in this land just on the Sabbath day and gave the Sabbath to him. Not going to no shops,
Right.
not going to no movies,
That's right.
money,
Yes, sir.
which we are the biggest consumer of all people in the land and in the world.
Sir.
If we held all that back just one day on the Sabbath day, and that's what they're going to hold back. That's when they start listening to him. And that's when they move for him. I went out blue ass to the left of you, to the right of you, front of you. My second son, my second old son was with me. Boy, Elijah just got big as silver dollar. I said, put your tongue back in. But they have a store that fails in comparison with some of the other stores in other neighborhoods. But there's a reason why.
Yes, sir.
And all you have to do is look at the demographics of who out on Plainfield.
They might have a grain.
Yeah,
Right.
oh, the good stuff.
Good stuff.
It was I was in the. But if we just use the Sabbath day, because everybody always talking about boycott, boycott, boycott. If we just use our national unit, it's the most beautiful vehicle, and it can do so much. But the Creator said what? Verse 13.
But the house of Israel
What about them?
rebelled against my judgment.
See, it ain't that we hate law or despise law. Well, that's happened. I don't think that should happen to him. We despise his judgments.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Then I said, I will pour out my fury upon them in the wilderness to consume them.
Mm-hmm.
But I wrought for my name's sake.
Only thing that held him back was his holy name's sake.
That I should not be polluted before the heathen,
Mm-hmm.
in whose sight I brought them out.
And let's drop down to 25. So instead of just totally doing,
I gave them also statutes.
and pick it up at 24. I'm sorry, pick it up at 24.
Because they had not executed my judgment.
Because he just, again, I got the, he said, executed it. Despise my statutes.
And have polluted my Sabbath.
Where they could learn the great judgments of Yah.
And their eyes were after their father's idols.
Yes.
Wherefore,
Statutes that was not good.
and judgment whereby they should not live.
And judgments whereby man can't live by those judgments. Can't find life. And he has not dealt any other. They were unique to Israel. His righteous statutes and judgments, those are unique to Israel, found in everybody else. That's why Father Abraham said, should not the judge of all the earth do right? He was leaning on his. I have a kind of teaching way of teaching, and that's up the street, around the corner, back down the street, come around. So we go around the block, but we get back to where we was at.
Isaiah 44.
Mm-hmm.
We're speaking back up in verse 1. We had just finished reading Isaiah 43,
Yes.
verses 27 through 28. And now we're back into Isaiah 44 at verse 1.
Because we haven't everybody want to know what's going on. That had to be disseminated. We haven't transgressed nothing against Christ. And then we could see them judgment wasn't good anyway. Them statutes wasn't good. And he gave it, and he never said he gave us anything. He never said he gave us anything.
Oh, he did.
He said everything that he knows of his Father.
That's right.
He never gave us nothing. So we never transgressed against him. So we're not in bad shape because anything we did against him. We're in bad shape because of what we did against the Holy One of Israel.
Hallelujah.
And that's why he said it.
Yet, now hear, oh my in Israel, I have chosen to help thee. Fear not, O Yaakov, my servant, and thou Yeshurun, whom I have chosen.
Yes, Yahweh that have made thee, and Yahweh that have formed thee from the, and like I said, as you study, we're not like the Jewish man, where your lineage come from your mama, which he came through. Then you are,
Hallelujah.
even though we gonna look vastly different sometimes,
Yes, sir.
as long as patchwork,
All right.
you Israel.
Hallelujah.
Creator said, my and my heritage is just,
Hallelujah.
but that don't make that nation is, but we have been mingled, so we look how we look.
That's right.
Huh?
Hallelujah.
Hmm?
Yes, sir.
A lot of us, as that's the case, a lot of us be looking, if we defer it down in our tree we go, we be looking at a lot of our ancestors.
And look,
You look at
my
them, not by choice, circumstance.
Yes, sir.
Hmm?
Hallelujah.
That's why the Almighty told us, we also gonna have to come to the recollection of the Almighty settle things sometime. That's why he said the one that he bring it back, he should not judge after the
his eye
only, nor after the hearing of his.
Hallelujah.
That's how he gonna judge. Go ahead.
Verse 3. For I will pour water upon him that is in my blessing, upon thy offspring.
And this is what the Almighty is talking about.
Hallelujah.
That's what he's doing now. I was asked earlier about, are we in the midst of the latter days? And perhaps we are. But I also see this as Yahweh, everything that's going on, I also see it as Yahweh mercy.
Hallelujah.
You see it as Yahweh mercy?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I see it as Yahweh mercy. Because I see him, what I see him doing with time of reckoning, trying to give his people a time where they're going to start paying attention to what has been told to them.
Amen.
The only way he can let it be done than slowing down and having conversations. So if I have to start doing where it's right blatantly in front of your eyes, that when one of your brothers is trying to help you tell you this and you see it instantaneously, curse you be in the field, and you have to see it come to doubt, and you have to live through that and see it happening, then that's what I will allow to happen. If that's the only thing that can wake you up as I try to speak to you in my mercy. In my mercy.
Yes, sir.
Because see, when I come to speak, there will be a time that I come to speak to you and not to show you anything, not to prove to you anything, but I come to speak to you.
Ooh.
You just stubble, burn. You just burn.
Mm.
So you ask me now, see, is this his mercy?
Yes.
That's why he says in the book of Malachi, go there. Hold
Hallelujah.
this.
On the trump. Warning.
It's not just people that we've known for 20 years and people that we've gotten comfortable with saying,
All
thinking
right.
you the only one.
Promise to come.
I got people that I want, and some of the going to class, they'll never be, they're not. In your mind, you had them there.
Yep.
But in my mind, they're not in that number. Even though you struck hands with them, and you did the greeting with them, and you embraced with them. The Almighty says, but to get them strangers, what he says. Malachi,
Yes, sir.
4th chapter.
For behold, the day that shall burn as an oven.
There's a day coming that will burn like an oven. Huh? And that oven ain't on preheat.
And all the proud.
And all the what?
Proud.
How many are the proud?
All the
Some of them.
proud.
The black proud.
All the
The
proud.
white proud.
All the proud.
The brown proud.
All the
The
proud.
purple proud.
All the
Okay,
proud.
I just want to make sure we got this straight. All the proud
Yea, and all
do wickedly.
shall be stubble.
What's going to be the fuel for this oven?
Yeah.
The wicked and the proud.
Yes, sir.
All of them.
Yes, sir.
In the day that this burn. They shall be the stubble. And the stubble is what you're going to use to fuel the
Hope
uh-huh.
that it shall leave them neither roots nor branch.
There ain't even nothing left over. Total consumption. Total consumption.
But
This consumption. To fear what? To fear the name of Yah.
hallelujah.
And Yah only. That's why here at this establishment and most of the establishments I'm affiliated with, you say, you affiliated with? Yes, I'm. You
Hallelujah.
won't hear us say Yah and Yahshua, or Yah and Yahoshua, or Yah and anybody else.
Praise him.
You don't say Yah and Yah only.
Yeah.
Because that's the only one to
Hallelujah.
be feared. Is Yah and Yah.
Hallelujah.
Even if the
All right.
Messiah, the true Messiah, I say, wait, yeah, I'm there with Yah. I'm equal with Yah.
Worship me.
He is going to direct you to, that's what a true anointed one is going to do.
Hallelujah.
Take you to the one that anointed him.
Yes, sir.
So the only way here, the name of Yah and Yah only. You set only one up. You sanctify and reverence only one, and that is Yah.
Son of righteousness arise with healing in his wings.
And that son S-U-N gonna arise, healing in his wings. You just wanted to shine on you. Does the sun have healing?
Yes,
This
sir.
is a euphemism, but even the regular sun have healing in his wings.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir.
Let me tell you something. For Israel, the regular sun is that's a healing
Is that vitamin D?
that come on TV. He even said it and confessed it. He said the people supplements now they get out in the sun
That's right.
and get as much sun as they can.
Believe.
The vitamin. Years ago from an African doctor who came over here to do a seminar. And he said, we don't have skin cancer in Africa. And we're always in the sun. And why do in the Western Hemisphere have skin cancer? That makes you happy. He said, I'll tell you why. He said, because one, you from the sun.
Yes, sir.
You've been told to vitamin D, which is a natural nutrient that the body must have. And the more you exposed to it, and the more you in this hemisphere, it's incumbent that you Get all the vitamin D you can get, especially in the summertime coming from the sun, because you have so many months to replenish your vitamin D. That's where your supplements come in. But if you really want to get vitamin D, this is your season. That's why it goes with scriptures. This is your season. This is your time, natural man. This is the time you get out, and this is the time you relish, because you get long days to go out and frolic and play, do what you do in garden, and with natural nutrient that comes from the Creator Himself. You don't even have to spend one penny.
Yeah. That's why they say we get stronger as the day gets hot.
And that's on the show.
Even the plants know that.
Even the plants know that. And the son of what? Righteousness. Shall arise with what?
He'll wings, and he shall go and grow up as calves of the stall. And ye shall tear down the wicked.
And if the righteous is here, being healed, growing up, and the wicked is the stubble being burnt, then that is talking about a transference of a world from the wicked to a world to the righteous.
Hallelujah.
And to go forward and tread down the what?
Wicked.
For they shall be
as ashes under the soles of your feet. In the day do this, said Yahweh of hosts. Remember ye the law of Moses, my servant.
Watch what he tells us.
Which I commanded you unto him in Horeb for all statutes.
So you can't get away from it. You gotta remember it. Remember it. And for many of us, that this is done away with. For a long season, your parents and my parents, they were reared up, say, we don't really believe in that no more. For a long season, a lie has been depicted that it very same words and law, statutes, and judgment, the very same edict that I gave that man Moses so many millennium ago on the Mount Horeb, to remember it. And not only remember it, but I'm going to do you a mercy. And what's the mercy?
Behold, I will see a dreadful day of Yahweh.
Yes, that one that I took in the whirlwind.
Yes,
you didn't take.
Hallelujah.
I'm going to bring him back. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where he at?
Huh.
That's it. Polaroid. He didn't snap no selfie as he was going up into heaven. Back down. So we don't know. And physically, that's not what we're supposed to know. Physically, where you will know him, because here's what he will show.
He shall turn the hearts of the fathers to the children.
You can't have the great and dreadful day of Yah without having Elijah.
Hallelujah. That's right.
That's why I say for right now, I can't for surety tell you, yes, this is the great and dreadful day and time of Yah, because I must be able for surety, I must be able to tell you again, I'm going to repeat it, for surety, for sure. I must be, he did, cool, he did, yeah. I told you with John, for 2,000 years, he's been a liar. So for surety, unless for surety I can say, and I can't say for surety.
That's right.
So I can't have the great and dreadful day of Yah.
Yes, sir.
Now, unless you can for sure, meet it out, then I say, let's get it. That's it. But if you can't for sure, first tell me that this has happened. Because the Almighty Word said, behold, I send you what?
Good.
And not just the one country.
That's right.
Not just the one corner. And that was him. And that was him. When he sent him, the whole world gonna know.
That's right.
That's why he said, smite one country, one city. At least I come and smite the what?
The earth.
The earth.
With a curse.
In other words, there be nobody worthy of redemption in the entire earth.
Return back to
but in the entire earth, what Elijah is, that's wrong. What's wrong all over the earth is something called a generational gap, where the young are setting themselves up above the older, where a generation want leadership, where a generation don't really know much, although they do think they know everything. And so they're ready to discard their fathers so that they can take the reins. Well, the Almighty is tired of dealing with the elders or the elders, and it's time for us. But I challenge any man to show me where that has ever worked, where he preferred younger generation. They must be led by somebody that's older. So that's why I cringe when I hear people say, yes, let me listen to, I listen to one of the little radio shows, and the older people call in. She teaching me things. And I'm sitting there listening, I'm like, what the, what? Because anything she's saying of good, you should already know. He lost David, his father. And he said, I can run this. Running it? How'd that work out?
Lost his life.
The younger or the older?
The younger.
Thank you. It don't work. That's not precedence. It's out of order. And when you read this and understand, that's what he's saying here. That's why he said Elijah must fathers and the children bridge this generation, no gap.
Yes.
That's fundamental. Isaiah.
Hallelujah. Isaiah chapter 44.
I know I'm a movie buff. It's a scene I like in one of the movies I like. You got his son. The king said to his son, he said, well, who is this guy? He said, he's young. He's my chief war counsel. So the king said, and they was after. He said, what would you do to resolve this situation? And he got his arm around him. And he steady walking into a big window because they way up in the tower. He said, what would you do to rectify this situation? And when he get to the edge of the window, you see him put his hand right here and his hand right here, and he just tuck him out the window. The boy falls. The little son get mad because he also his lover, and he try to go after him. Thank you. See, young, he didn't know what he thought he knew, but he talking about what he know. He is chief war count, and he thought he knew what he knew, and he didn't even go to the window to throw him out to his death. Older man would have been like, wait a minute, get on me. I'm going over there with you. What's up with you, man?
Why you leave the guy?
You don't do that. Yeah. Don't talk on me. Talking on me, Paul.
Be like that on jobs.
You know? But he didn't even, I got a question from my brother. Yeah.
I remember hearing a similar situation in the scripture where somebody, like how you just explained, I guess they sought the counsel of the younger men. I don't
Yeah, absolutely. Right, brother James, since you brought it there. 2 Samuel? See.
Well,
Second Samuel? No, it ain't 2 Samuel.
But what was his name?
First Kings chapter.
Rehoboam.
Yeah.
Of the house of,
First Kings
yes, sir.
chapter 12.
Is that it?
Chapter 12. Yeah. Chapter 12.
First Kings.
First Kings chapter 12.
Yes.
Verse 6. That's verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Hallelujah.
Well, let's get right to the heart of the matter. What the brother pointed out to us. Well, yes, you can go verse 1.
Hallelujah.
You take lead on this one. Yes, you can go verse 1.
Hallelujah.
Mm-hmm.
First Kings chapter 12, verse 1. Rehoboam, for all Israel heard of it. Excuse
And as he's doing this, this is how all this unfolds to show the will of the Almighty. Because he promised Solomon he would take the kingdom away from him for his transgression. But he wouldn't take it from him, he would take it from his son. And so this is how that's all gonna.
Yet he heard of it, for he was fled from the presence of King Solomon, and Jeroboam dwelt in Egypt. That they sent to Rehoboam, saying, thy father made our yoke grievous. Now therefore make thou the grievous of thy father. And he said unto them, depart yet for 3 days.
Leave me for 3 days.
Then come again to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the people departed. And King Rehoboam consulted with the old men, stood before Solomon his father.
He first did on how we should handle this. That's what the scriptures say, the friends of your fathers in the book of Proverbs. Don't forsake them. I have some good brothers that hang around me, that I hang around, that's close to me. I do have some. And when it's something you think Pops would do, he should lean on some of these good brothers that hang with me.
Hallelujah.
That was around me. Well, I think your daddy would. Well, this is what I think your father would do. This is what I saw him do. This is what, brother, you get my jest.
Yes, sir.
So he did ask the old man.
They stood before Solomon, and they spake unto him, saying, if thou wilt be servant unto this people this day, and will serve as servants forever.
Gave him good advice.
But he forsook the counsel of the old men,
The old guys don't know what they talking about.
which they had given him, and consulted with the young
Boys.
that were grown up.
Them. Barely got the training pants off. He went to them.
Right. Yeah.
Go ahead.
And he said unto them,
Mm-hmm.
what counsel give ye that we may answer this people?
Mm-hmm.
And the young men up with him spake unto him, saying, thus shalt thou speak unto this people that spake unto thee, saying, thy father made our yoke heavy, but make thou it lighter unto us. Thus shall you say unto them, my little finger shall be.
And now we're at, I will add to your yoke. My father, he chastised you with whips, but I will chastise you with scorpions. In other words, the wisdom of the older people, they knew how to get it. That was establish yourself with the people. They'll always be yours. You ain't even got to wrestle with them. If you make them feel a certain way, then they'll be with you. It's the same wisdom that Daniel told King Nebuchadnezzar in Babylon when he came back to the throne. He said, you want to lengthen your days? He said, one, break off your transgressions. Then two, they'll love you. They'll never want to see you go nowhere. They'll fight tooth and nail for you. Huh?
Yes, sir.
But when you walk in and because you've given them that you in charge, everybody don't need to know that you the man.
Right.
There's a certain way you really around and deal with them. But when you walk in,
Aggression. Yes, sir. Yes.
huh?
Yes, sir.
They pretty soon they like get tired of it. The wisdom of the elders said, yeah, your daddy, he was hard on, but he knew what buttons to push.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And now you be hard on so that you know who they messing with. Okay, all right. Then we move on. I go back to when I ran my shepherd. It wasn't by getting him to submit to me by yanking his chain and pulling it. Wasn't it? Because guess what? Enough of that kind of treatment, and guess what? One day.
Please throw your hand.
Guess what? One day.
Murderers.
I go read me. Ah! In the house. No, he became obedient as I just let him alone, stroked him a little bit, and kindness. Already.
That's right.
That's right.
Now, after I had him to a certain extent, I don't have to stay sick.
Stop.
Joking. I stopped.
Automatic.
Man, somebody done got me. I'm worried as dickens. Only to go around the front yard and who at the front door looking at the door? I said, what the had I been, he gone down the street,
Somebody done got
round the corner, on his own, he done broke camp. So they think they know things, and they don't know everything that they think they know. So that's why the younger, and there's not a doctrine in the scriptures that the young ever supersede the ever. Ever. See what David did, he was a little child. No, he didn't. He slew Goliath. But once he went and sat in Saul's house, he was subservient to Saul.
Yes, sir.
Even to the point where he told Saul, he said, I've never wanted your kingdom. The sword to show you that I did not want your kingdom. Your kingdom was safer with me.
You got to.
So no, because that's out of order. They had a prophet. They had somebody that could mentor them until they reached a certain level of maturity. Yes. Yes. Back in Isaiah.
Isaiah chapter 44.
And they should spring up. And I believe that this is what and there's no greater blessing than knowing Yah upon our offspring and upon the offspring of his people.
Isaiah 44, verse 4. And then I am Yahweh, and another shall call himself by the name of Yaakov, and another shall subscribe with his hand upon Yahweh, and surname himself by the name of Israel.
I mean, he find out the Most High first, so at least he can say, man, I know about Yah, and I know the Yah I belong to Yah. And then he said, in another step, another man will say what?
And another himself of Yaakov.
I'm of the house of Jacob. And then another, as he comes to the realization that he's of the house of Jacob, then the last step,
by the name of Israel.
He's to name himself the name of Israel to show his full conviction to the Almighty. And that's why some went through all the levels and even went downtown and put that pen, McAllister, You know, Johnny Rabbit Foot in the breeze, none of that. No, my name is, and then it says, for thus says,
Yahweh, the King of
thus says Yah, the King of Israel,
and his Redeemer,
and his Redeemer.
Yahweh of hosts.
Yah.
I am the first.
It says something here that everybody should pay attention to. I am the first. How many firsts do you ever have?
One.
How many people finish first?
One. We won.
There's grace. I know only one finished first. I am the first.
And I am the last.
Huh?
All right.
Come on now. He done took 2 slots. First and last. I finished first and I finished last. What you was? Come on.
And besides me, there is no deity.
Now he's even gonna take the middle. Cause besides, he's gonna clear that there's nothing in between there then. There's nothing between me, beside me. There is nothing else.
And who, as I shall call, and shall declare it.
And who as I have foretold future events. Huh?
Yes, sir.
And,
For me, since I appointed the ancient people.
Yes.
And the things that are coming and shall come. Hallelujah.
Why you still in the day?
Hallelujah.
And the future things that's gonna come.
All right.
He wants you to go in there and find if you can find it. Right. He wants you to go in the Quran and see if you can find something to tell you why you use it as a benchmark. Why just what happened the other day looked like something that would happen in 1917, and his life be taken away from him. No, they didn't throw a rope around his neck, but his life was taken away from him nevertheless.
Right. Yes, sir.
It is because I will say for my brother, I know you're so astute at looking at internet, so you see all kind of folks. Yeah. Not only Israelites, but we see the brothers in Egyptology. Yes. That like to debate. All I want you to do is one thing. Show me in the book, any book you have, any book you got, any writings, Egyptian writing you have, that tell you why you came as a captive people. Right. Then we can talk. And tell me why you still suffering as a people. Then we can talk. But you can't find that in any book. You can't find this in any book. Any book.
For the purpose of the video.
That's written 1,000 years ago. You can't find it. Book of the Dead don't tell you this. No book that come out of collection of books thieves tell you this, or the library tell you this. This book right here. That's why he said, who can tell you the things aforetime? I tell them to you before they happen. I explain to you the world that you in and what's going around it. Everything that I sit down and look at on news, it's not shocking to me. Because I say, man, let me look at the scripture here. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. At least I can put my finger on it. There it is. I'm not at a loss. I don't know if I don't know what's happening in this. I don't say I'm not at a loss. Because the word of the Almighty is with us. Because we are his people. And he know a man that has been asleep. This is a highlight to all of the arrows that have been plaguing the Almighty people. Believe you me, most of it, we're probably not going to be, if we are, that we were even here to witness it. Going to sit and wish, if I am here, that I was not here to see this. or to see that. Because the great day of rest, meaning we put our spin on it, we think that it happened like we think it's going to happen. There is a reason why he let Daniel see governments as four beasts. Because beasts, ravenous beasts. Brother said, you think we can hate if the shoe was on the other foot? Do you think we would be like white people? Do you think we would be like white? Not you as a people. We have a ceiling we hit. We do have a ceiling we hit. The wicked have no ceiling. He have no ceiling. So Israel really don't want the Almighty to speak to us in his wrath. Let him speak to us out of his mercy. And hopefully he can wake enough of us up. Wake enough of us up. Any other comments? Yes.
Which beast representing which government?
Good. Let's walk through one of our favorite books, Book of Daniel, and the Sister Bay. And not only should I say governments, because they were
Nations.
but they were nations, and not only were they nations. 7th chapter, brother.
Yes, sir.
Verse 1.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 1. In the first year, king of Babylon, Daniel dreamed and visions of his head upon his bed. Then he wrote the dream and told the winds of the heaven drove upon the great sea, and four great beasts came up from the sea, diverse one from another. The sea was lifted up and made stand upon the feet as a man, and a man's heart was given
Wings, meaning just glide and fly across the sky from here to there with little effort. And so he saw this lion that was carried on eagle's wings,
and made
in appearance as a ravenous beast, meaning his conquering, his power to conquer. At a certain point of his rulership, this beast or this government, he went from being like a beast to being like you read it, but he comes back to his throne because he had to read all this. He comes back to the throne, and when he comes back to the throne, he said, and my senses was given to me.
yeah.
And I recognize that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men. So he confesses who really is in charge. And so that's why Daniel saw him change from just a lion appearance to the appearance of a man. having a man's what? Heart.
A second, like to a bear,
Mm-hmm.
and it raised up itself of it between the teeth, and they said, thus unto
This beast, he never changed to a man's heart. And he just conquered. He conquered. You, you, some Kentucky reference that was the Babylonian beast. Persian Empire was spread from what was known